This isn't my room. Whose robe is that? Wait a minute. That rukun? That is mine. Why is my rukun here? Last night, the banquet, someone handed me a drink, and then I think I got lost.
Miss, you're in the wrong courtyard.
Someone helped me up. Their sleeve had gold embroidery. Pei Ji. It was Pei Ji, the crazy, powerful minister who drowned the capital in blood for the heroine. What exactly happened last night? Oh no, me. Just a background character whose name barely appeared in the original book. Ended up barging into the Prime Minister's room. Run, I have to run now. If I run fast enough, the original plot won't catch me. I'm never drinking again, ever. No, that won't work. If I just leave like this, with his vengeful nature, he'll definitely hunt me down. But if I don't leave something behind, I'll feel really unsettled.
Ignoring the front gate and climbing over the wall to get home. Su, Baoying, you've really outdone yourself.
Bro. Good morning, brothers.
Good. Our grand tutor's only precious darling staying out all night. How can we be good?
Ha.
Su Baoying, what are those injuries on you?
On my way back last night, I ran into a stray dog. Yeah, a really handsome one. No, a really vicious stray. It jumped right at me and bit me. I barely escaped with my life.
Lock down the entire city immediately. How dare it disrespect my sister? My sister, Tode. I'll skin that wild dog alive and make a rug out of it.
I'm done for. If my second brother finds out that wild dog is Prime Minister Pei Ji, our grand tutor's manor will probably all be executed by the end of today.
"50 taels. I, the esteemed Prime Minister, was actually treated like a gigolo and left 50 taels as a night fee. What a never meet again. Guards.
Your orders, master.
Take this jade pendant and investigate. Seal off all 9 city gates, even if you have to dig 3 feet deep. Find that woman named Su for me. I'd like to see who gave her the guts to sleep with me and then run off.
That breakfast at the Grand Tutor's manor felt like torture.
First young master, third young master, it is bad. Something terrible has happened. The commander of the 9 gates just issued a strict order. The entire city is under lockdown. The Prime Minister's black armored guards have been fully deployed. Not even a fly is allowed to leave the capital.
Pei Ji's gone mad. He is the Prime Minister, using private troops to seal off the 9 gates. What for?
I heard that. The Prime Minister was attacked last night at his residence. The assassin was not only highly skilled, but also incredibly audacious. When they left, they even stole the Prime Minister's personal jade pendant. They even left 50 taels of silver by his bed, claiming it was a night fee for the Prime Minister.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Baoying, what is wrong? But this assassin, they're quite a character. 50 taels for a one-night stand. The Prime Minister himself, Pei Ji, that living demon king. He is probably so mad he wants to flay that assassin alive right now.
My jade pendant. I'm totally screwed. The whole city's searching for me, the freeloader. I'm full. I don't feel well. I'll head back to my room. No way. I can't just sit here and wait for disaster. As a minor character, destined to be cannon fodder in a fluffy romance novel. My only way out now is to ride on the original protagonist's coattails. If I can just find Shen Bangxia, the female lead from the book, and become besties with her, then figure out a way to push Pei Ji towards her. Get the plot back on track with the main characters falling in love. Pei Ji won't have time to bother with a little nobody like me. According to the original story, Shen Bangxia will be at the Treasure Pavilion this morning to audit the books. And while she is there, she'll run into trouble with the villainous Lin Qingguan. This is my chance to be a hero. Rescue the damsel and befriend the original female lead. Perfect timing. Here goes nothing. Oh, look who it is. If it isn't Miss Shen. The standards at this treasure pavilion are really dropping. Now even some merchant's adopted daughter, reeking of money, can waltz right in. Shen Bangxia, you can dress yourself up all you want, but it won't hide your low birth. I want this golden hairpin. Shopkeeper, wrap it up for me. The villainous Lin Qingguan. The plot really didn't disappoint me. Look at that. See, that is main character energy right there. Unfazed by a mountain collapsing before her, she wouldn't bat an eye even if Mount Tai crumbled before her.
Miss Lin, I saw this hairpin first. There is a saying, first come, first served.
First come, first served. In this capital city, my rules are the only rules that matter. A lowly merchant like you thinks she can compete with me. Hey, leave that girl alone. What common bird is squawking in the treasure pavilion now? Lowly. Your ancestors, 3 generations back, weren't they just farmers and beggars? I'm buying this hairpin today.
You. Who are you? How dare you disrespect the young mistress of the minister's estate?
Minister's estate, I'm not hiding who I am. I am Su Baoying, legitimate daughter of the Grand Tutor's estate. You want to go head-to-head with me? You're not worthy. You what? Are you a barcode? Always scanning people and judging their work. Miss Shen earns her money through her own hard work. Every penny is clean, every. That hair ornament on your head, the silk on your back, which of it isn't just sucking up the common people's hard-earned money? You're spending the common folks' money just to flaunt your superiority here. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for you. Now beat it.
Miss.
Yes. This is even better than snagging the last plate of sweet and sour pork ribs at school. It is so satisfying.
Miss Su, what a sharp tongue you have. But Lin Qingguan is quite petty. Miss Su, you've offended her today for my sake. I'm afraid you might run into some trouble.
Trouble? My troubles right now are way bigger than anything she can dish out. Haha. Sister Shen, I'm not afraid of trouble. I mean, you're so amazing. How about we be friends?
All right, since we're friends, then this ruby gold hairpin. Consider it a welcome gift from me to you, little sister Baoying. Shopkeeper, wrap it up.
Thank you, sister. Sister, besties achieved. My golden ticket, the original female lead, is secured.
Why don't you join me for some tea and snacks at the Befriending Tower across the street? And some pastries.
Oh yes, please. Sister Shen. There was an assassin at the Prime Minister's estate last night. The entire city is on lockdown right now. What do you think of Prime Minister Pei?
Prime Minister Pei is ruthless in his methods, and he is incredibly cunning. However, the new policies he implemented recently did significantly improve the waterways in Jiangnan. As long as he doesn't get in the way of me making money, what kind of person he is none of my business.
Seriously, big sis, you're the female lead, for crying out loud. Where is your romance radar? You don't have too fighty romantic thoughts about the male lead. Ahem. Ahem.
Black armored guard. On official business. All irrelevant personnel, clear the area. Grand Chancellor. By order of the Grand Chancellor, a citywide search is underway for the owner of this Jade pendant. Those who provide clues will be rewarded with 1,000 taels. Anyone found harboring the culprit will have their entire family executed.
I'm so done. So done. Oh no. Oh no. This is a public humiliation disaster.
Baoying, why are you shaking so much? That assassin who, spent 50 taels on the Grand Chancellor, that wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Holy crap. How did she figure that out? Did I give myself away? Sister Shen, my dearest sister. I have it to keep this a secret for me, please. I was really drunk that night, and I left money. I paid for it. I didn't get it for free. I paid for it, I swear. I didn't freeload.
$50 taels. Ha 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 ha. The mighty Grand Chancellor Pei with all his power is only worth 50 taels. Baoying, dear, you certainly pulled off a truly shocking deal there.
Sister, please stop teasing me. If Pei Ji catches me, my whole Taishi household, even my entire clan, won't be enough for him to chop down. Hoo.
Don't worry, you stood up for me at the Jewel Pavilion today, and I Shen Bangxia am no ingrate. In this entire capital besides me, there won't be a third person who knows this secret.
For the next few days, to avoid drawing attention, I simply feigned illness and holed up in the Grand Tutor's manor, playing dumb. Until 3 days later, the eldest princess hosted a spring banquet, inviting all the renowned families of the capital.
Why hide? You were just bitten by a mad dog. Does that mean you can't show your face anymore? Go attend the banquet. Let's see which blind dog dares to come near you today.
Oh, second brother, you can guard against the wild dogs outside. But you can't guard against the living king of Hell Sea and Sea, the banquet.
Baoying, you're going to tear my sleeve off.
Sheesh, don't talk. The enemy will be on the battlefield in 5 seconds.
Such intense, murderous intent. He probably hasn't slept well these past few days. He has got dark circles under his eyes.
Duh, who could sleep well after someone paid 50 taels to, swenny them? Who could possibly sleep well after that? He can't see me. He can't see me. Go find your female lead. Perfect opportunity. Go on, Sister Shen. Conquer him with your beauty. According to the original story's script, at this moment, Pei Ji should be drawn in by Shen Bangxia's cool and unique aura, falling in love at first sight. Why isn't this plot playing by the rules?
This incredibly unique scent, with a hint of sweetness. is exactly the same as the scent that lingered in my bedchamber after that woman escaped that night.
Uh-oh. Run, run, ha ha ha. Ha ha. Baoying, why are you running?
Miss Su, you run quite fast. Why are you running? Does the esteemed daughter of the Grand Tutor's manor usually carry 50 taels of silver with her when she goes out?
By 50 taels. What is the Grand Chancellor talking about? This subject daughter doesn't understand.
You don't understand.
That tassel swaying back and forth, just like my life, hanging by a thread right now.
Miss Su, care to explain why your personal jade pendant was found tucked inside my bed? And that little note you left, not bad.
This jade pendant, I accidentally lost it a few days ago. Some low-life thief must have gotten their hands on it, stolen my pendant, and then by pure coincidence snuck into your esteemed residence. That is exactly what happened. So thank you, Your Excellency, for returning my lost property.
Su Baoying, do you honestly think I was born yesterday? Do I need to spell out every detail of that night, right here, just to jog your memory?
That is it, the jig is up. The living demon king is coming for his pound of flesh. Your Excellency, a forced melon is never sweet. And as for, well, that was just an accident. You're a man of great stature, a prime minister, with a heart as vast as the sea. When you arrived earlier, did you happen to notice the young lady next to me? Her name is Shen Bengxia. She is the daughter of the wealthiest man in Jiangnan. Not only is she drop-dead gorgeous, but she is also brilliant and pure of heart. And loaded too. She is the perfect woman for you, truly. You two are practically a match made in heaven. Destined to be.
You slept with me, threw down 50 taels of silver, and then bolted over the wall. Now you're trying to pawn me off on someone else.
That is called righting a wrong. Sister Shen is genuinely a great person. Just give her one more look even.
Shut up, Su Baoying. Do you really think that I usually, surrounded by all those flattering noblewomen, would be so easily fooled by you doing the exact opposite? Huh. You're trying to play this hard-to-get game. To make me obsessed with you, aren't you?
No, seriously, dude. Are you missing a brain? Who is testing you? I genuinely want you to justify the leave. Ah, this subject is not. This subject did not.
Enough. The Grand Tutor's legitimate daughter certainly has reason to be proud. Your 3 brothers guard you like the apple of their eye. No wonder you dare to challenge me. Since you enjoy this cat and mouse game, I'll play along to the very end. But now that the game has begun, only I get to decide when it ends. Go back and tell your second brother that this stray dog here will personally pay him a visit one of these days to have a chat.
Ah. Oh no. Oh, for crying out loud. This plot, it is completely off the rails, like a runaway train. There is no reeling it back in. Ever since that incident at the Princess Regent's mansion, where that living demon King Pei Ji ambushed me by the rockery, I've been having nightmares for 3 days straight. In my dreams, he is holding that 50-tael banknote, laughing like a maniac, threatening to tear me limb from limb. Since pushing Shen Bengxia didn't work, I'll just have to change my strategy. I'll go for a direct hit. Take the offensive. I shelled out a fortune for some top-secret intel on Grand Chancellor Pei. He has an absolutely insane germ phobia. Changes clothes 3 times a day. Washes his hands 8 times. Someone has sneezed in front of him once. And the next day they were banished to the boonies to eat sand. Ha 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 ha. I get it now. Since he thinks I'm trying to get his attention, then I'll become the most disgusting, stomach-churning version of myself. I want him to take one look at me and immediately throw up his guts.
Little Sister Baoying, what in the world are you doing?
Sister Shen, just watch this. Not only am I dressed like a farmhand, I'm going to do a farmhand's work too. In just the time it takes an incense stick to burn, I successfully transformed from a delicate noblewoman into someone absolutely caked in black mud, reeking of filth like a wild mud monster. Oh my god, is Su Baoying out of her mind? Holy cow, has Su Baoying lost it? It stinks. How can the Grand Tutor's daughter look like a beggar?
She is utterly hopeless. The Grand Tutor's own legitimate daughter, acting so vulgar and uncivilized. It is an insult to all refined society.
The Chief Grand Counselor is here.
Chief Grand Counselor, you're finally here. Just look at Miss Zhou. She has turned the Sacred Spring Plowing Festival into a complete disaster. It is just... It all comes down to this. One shot. Chief Grand Counselor, look how big the loach I caught is. Come on, be disgusted by me. Quick, have someone escort me out. One second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The expected outburst never came.
All the noble ladies in the capital talk a good game about agriculture, but they only know how to pose elegantly on the field paths, comparing luxuries and enjoying themselves. Only Su Baoying, the legitimate daughter of the Grand Tutor's estate, unafraid of the dirt and going into the farmlands, empathizing with the farmers, never forgetting the nation's foundation. This is the true style of a noble lady, truly a role model for all women.
No, I'm really stinky. I even have cow dung on me.
The fragrance of the earth nurtures all things, in my eyes. Miss Su is purer than anyone else in this world. Baoying, just to get my attention. You'd even come up with a way to ruin your own image like this. You must truly be smitten with me.
Oh, for crying out loud, I can't live like this. Just end it all already. That fragrant earth line from the Spring Plowing Festival, purer than anyone else. It was like a death sentence. It echoed in my mind for 3 days and 3 nights. I was completely desperate. Pei Ji's way of thinking. It just can't be figured out with common sense. Since acting messy didn't work, I could only knock on my wealthy third brother's door again and pay a hefty sum to buy a second piece of top-secret intel about Pei Ji. The King of Hell absolutely despises insatiable greed and gold-digging women who pursue extreme luxury. He once threw a corrupt official's daughter, covered in jewels, along with all her jewelry, straight into the moat. So, just act like a gold digger. I can ace this. When it comes to extreme luxury, who can outdo me, the actual sister of the capital's richest man? No exaggeration, but my current look. I look like a giant golden toad come to life. Shopkeeper, bring out your most expensive, most sparkling, and the tackiest jewels in your entire shop.
Baoying, what are you? Are you trying to become a charitable saint or something?
Heaven helps me, the King of Hell is actually here. Sister Shen, you don't understand. Being a person means being gouty. This bead is too small. It doesn't match my noble status. I want a luminous pearl the size of a fist, the kind you can kick around like a ball. And this one. barely acceptable to my eyes. Poetry and prose. Refined sentiments. That is all BS. This young lady only likes in this life only gold, silver, and jewels. Anyone who doesn't have isn't even worthy of looking at me. Quick. Quick, despise me. Quick, find me unbearably vulgar. Reeking of money. Quick, throw me into the moat. He is here. He is here. He finally finds me disgusting.
Carrying so much gold around. Don't your arms get tired? This is the key to the Chief Grand Counselor's treasury. Inside are dragon pearls from the East Sea, gifts from the former emperor, and red and blue sapphires, tribute from the western regions, plus several life-sized red coral statues. These are the deeds to the most profitable shops in the 12 Jiangnan prefectures and fertile farmlands. You are the legitimate daughter of the Grand Tutor's estate. All the world's rare treasures should naturally be yours. You don't need to pretend to be so greedy in front of me. To test my limits, you're finally willing to ask me for something. That means you finally have a place for me in your heart.
Help me. I can't live like this. Someone, please, take this walking disaster with his level 10 love-struck filter away. Just take him. Ever since I realized Pei Ji was completely lost in his level 10 love-struck delusion and utterly beyond help, I've had nightmares for 3 days straight. Every dream was him, with bloodshot eyes, asking me how I planned to settle the final payment. I couldn't take this mental torture anymore, so I decided to go out and get some fresh air and maybe grab some sweets at Bafang Tower to calm my nerves.
Victory at the border. The young Marquis of Dingbei is home.
He is so handsome. This is the pure-hearted supporting lead from the original story. Young Marquis Suo Yunzhou.
Baoying, my dear. 3 years, and you've grown so much taller.
Oh. This is...
This is a trophy from when I wiped out the horse bandits in the western regions. The spoils I captured, the reddest, biggest one. I told you when I left all those years ago that once I'd earned my military merits, I'd return to the Grand Tutor's estate to propose marriage. Baoying, my dear, take this ruby for now. Consider it a placeholder. Tomorrow, I'll have my father formally propose to your family.
Giving a love token right here in the street.
Yunzhou gay.
Baoying, this is just a small token of my feelings. Please, just take it.
You must be kidding. This is far too valuable.
The young Marquis just returned to the capital. Instead of paying respects to his elders at home, he is publicly flirting with the Grand Tutor's daughter right here on the street. Is this how the Dingbei Marquis estate conducts itself?
Chief Grand Secretary Pei, you're overstating things. Baoying and I are childhood sweethearts. Presenting spoils of war and expressing my admiration is completely open and honorable. How can you call that flirting?
Open and honorable, you say? The Grand Tutor and I share a deep connection. As for Miss Sue's marriage, I'm afraid it is not yet the young Marquise's place to decide.
Oh no, the walking disaster is jealous. It is over. The walking disaster is jealous. It is really over. The walking disaster is jealous. And this jealous fit didn't just explode. It brought out the destructive power of a sky full of fireworks. My gut feeling was right. Pei Ji's revenge is coming faster than a tornado.
Miss, bad news. The first young master, second young master, third young master have all been transferred out of the capital by the Regent King for various reasons.
Overnight, my family's shield has been completely dismantled by that walking disaster, Pei Ji. Now I'm a little quail with no brothers to protect me, ready to be snatched up by the Chief Grand Secretary at any moment and forced to settle his final payment. If I can't fight him, can't I at least run? Escape tonight. Once darkness falls, even if I have to sprout wings, I'm flying out of this capital city. A dark and windy night, perfect for making a run for it. According to the original story setup, the North Gate guard is a greedy, lecherous, good-for-nothing. As long as I pay him enough silver, slipping me out through a crack in the city gate in the middle of the night will absolutely be no problem. Once I'm out of the city, I'll head straight for Jiangnan. Buy myself a grand mansion with 5 courtyards, and keep a dozen or so handsome young companions. This wonderful retirement life is going to be absolutely amazing.
The Grand Tutor's daughter, instead of sleeping peacefully in her chambers in the middle of the night, comes running to the North Gate dressed in night-traveling clothes. What is with the moon tonight? Is it so beautiful that Miss Su felt the need to leave the city to admire it?
How is Swendipsinti? Here, did he put a GPS tracker on me or something? Good evening, Lord Regent. Haha, what a coincidence. Are you out for a stroll too?
A stroll?
I mean, I've actually developed a bit of a sleepwalking habit lately. I just tend to wander off in my sleep, and I apparently like to carry heavy things while doing it. For exercise, you know. Yeah, exactly. Just working out.
I think you're trying to ditch me and run off with the cash. Let me tell you. Don't even think about it. My orders. Effective immediately. All 9 gates are to be sealed tight, without a personal pass signed by me. Not even a fly will leave the capital.
Pei Ji hauled me off like a sack of potatoes, all the way back to the regent's estate. I was unceremoniously tossed onto an incredibly soft, golden Nanmu canopy bed.
Su Baoying. The Grand Tutor's guards are already blocked outside the city, even if God Almighty himself showed up today. You're not taking a single step out that door.
My lord, this is illegal detention. My eldest brother is the Minister of Personnel.
You'll stay in this room and think things over. Once you've come to your senses and figured out how to settle that 50-tael debt, then you can come out.
Let me out, Pei Ji. You absolute jerk. Fine, I don't owe you any money, okay?
Miss Su, the Lord Regent, was just urgently summoned to the palace by His Majesty for a meeting. His Lordship gave orders. No one is allowed to approach this courtyard. You should try to rest.
Miss Su, this soup was just made in the kitchen. Please have some to soothe your throat.
Pei Ji just gave orders that no one was allowed to approach. So how did this maid get in here? I'm not thirsty, just leave it.
Miss, please drink it. If it gets cold, this servant will be in trouble.
Ha ha ha. Su Baoying still alive and kicking, huh? You thought hiding in the regent's estate meant no one could get to you. Lin Qingguan. How is Siftuan Shi here? Ha ha ha. Surprised are we? My father is the Minister of Rights, after all. Bribing a couple of outer guards is no big deal for him. You really think the Lord Regent brought you back because he likes you? Dream on. Oh. So if he wants to torment me, why did you come all this way for? To be his little henchman. So the minister's daughter is moonlighting as a jailer now. Still running your mouth when you're about to die. Today I'm going to ruin that pretty little face of yours. Granny Shu, Granny Li, get in here. Oh, come on. You're serious? Ah. Su Baoying, just die already.
Old hags, hands off, or you'll end up in a mass grave. And the minister's daughter is going straight to the imperial prison. Su Baoying, are you out of your mind? Just to keep from being touched, you'd hold a knife to your own throat.
I didn't want to cut myself. It is all to protect my innocence of those 50 taels you keep harping on. Lord, what are you doing? I don't owe you any money.
Stop bickering. Tonight, we're settling every score, one by one. Su Baoying, you'd rather disguise yourself as an old hag and run away. You'd rather hold a knife to your own throat. What did I even do to make you think I'm worse than death?
I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of myself. Before I came here, I lived in another world. I had a best friend in that world. We rented an apartment together, worked overtime, and ate instant noodles at 3 a.m. I treated her like my own sister. I told her all my secrets. I introduced her to the guy I liked. I even gave her my spare key. And then she used my spare key to clean out my apartment. She used my savings to buy a dress I couldn't afford. She used my trust and snatched away the person I wanted to spend my life with. In that world, my best friend stole everything from me. Coming here, Bansia was the first person to be kind to me. She is the female lead of this world, and you're hers. I've tasted what it is like to have everything ripped away from me. If I turn into that kind of person too, how would I be any different from the one who ruined me before?
Silly or not, I don't care how the original story was written. And I don't care who the female lead is. All I know is, from start to finish, there has only been you. Today, by this lotus pond, with heaven and earth as our witnesses, the stars and moon as our proof, Su Baoying, I need one answer from you. Will you agree to be my rightful wife?
Ha ha ha. Screw the original plot, and screw the male and female leads. From this moment on, I, Su Baoying, am the one and only female lead of my own life. I sat in the swaying wedding sedan. My phoenix crown and embroidered robes felt heavy on my neck, but my heart wasn't flustered in the slightest, because I knew. Outside the sedan's curtains were the 4 men in this world who protected me the most. The girl who used to hide in a rented apartment, afraid to even step outside, now has the best older brother, the most loyal best friend, and someone who loves her with his life.
Baoying, I've come for you.
Bow to heaven and earth. Second, bow to the honored elders. Husband and wife bow to each other.
Su Baoying, your husband must lift your veil. Miss Su, you bought my innocence for 50 taels back then. Now, the final payment. Well played. Shouldn't you pay it off with your whole life? Well played.